I'm going to say something else that you may completely disagree with me on, and I don't care. But I watched some of NXT last night. And to be honest, I'm glad we didn't review it because I didn't watch the whole show. I just didn't get a chance yet. But the opening match was Lio Rush versus Angel Garza. And not only did I love the match, I've become a Lio Rush fan. I think he is really, really good. And I thought he was great in this match. Not just, look, it's a modern style, so there's a lot of things I don't like with all the kickouts after big moves and stuff. But for that kind of match, I enjoyed this better than a similar kind of match you would see on AEW TV. And the crowd was totally into it, but his facials were great. I just thought it was a great match for both guys, but I've really started to like Lio Rush.
Well, that's the thing. He can do all that shit. And that's why I had the concept I had for him before that we talked about on the program of being the hottest manager in the fucking world, because the heat getting facials and everything he does physically, it looks fabulous. It's just that it's just such a preposterous visual that he's so small and doing all those things as a wrestler with me, just mentally, I'm just like, but I can see where he would be a Bobby Heenan. He would be a better performer than anybody in the ring as a manager, but it would just, I think you could make more money with him.
Let me ask you a question.
And see, there's a difference between how can you make more money with a guy than whether he has great matches or not.
Do you have a problem with him and his size being in a cruiserweight division?
Not any more than I don't give a shit about the cruiserweight division, because honestly, they've been struggling in the wrestling business for 40 years for a way or a name or a concept for a lighter weight division. And whether it went from junior heavyweights to light heavyweights to cruiserweights to whatever the fuck weights and the X division in TNA, here was my review of the guys. They had 6 X division guys in a match on a TNA program that I was asked to critique. And I said, well, this is the same 5 X division guys you beat every fucking week, plus the one guy that had some personality. I'm not even going to mention any names because for the purpose of the exercise, it was just that invariably the cruiserweights, the light heavyweights, the X division guys, the junior heavyweights, whatever that they establish in whatever promotion, those guys are invariably middle card guys that get beat a lot. And so and then now it's just an excuse for smaller fucking wrestlers. But when, Lio Rush may have a great match, but it's not going to ever headline WrestleMania. But it's, Batista's going to. So
would you have thought 15 years ago, let's say, would you have thought Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson at the time would have ever main evented a WrestleMania?
No, I would not. And that wasn't because of Bryan's size. That was because of Vince McMahon's thought process at that point in time. But no, see, here's the thing. Stand Bryan Danielson next to fucking Lio Rush and you'll get the picture. Bryan's within the bounds of credibility visually. Mentally, you can process it. He's so good. He's such a good performer. But also he has Bulldog Brower was like 5'6", but he was a power lifter and weighed 280 pounds if you went by height or if you went by, weight. So you have to go by visually. Is it just too far beyond the pale? And in some of these cases, yes, it is. Jungle Boy is not, because he's an underdog baby face that can master the art of getting the shit kicked out of him and looks like that and looks like an athlete. He's not too small. But a guy that didn't look like that maybe was 2 inches shorter but 30 pounds heavier or some other fucking slight variation, no, it wouldn't work. It's visual. It's physical charisma, magnetism of some kind, the way it's all put together and the way you use it.